So what does it mean to eat healthy? This question can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people. So I thought I would make a video today telling you what it means to me. And the reason is because I noticed that in a lot of the videos that I've made, I mention eating healthy. And like I said, that means a lot of different things. And so I wanted to tell you exactly what it means to me. So first things first is that I have celiac disease, and so a gluten-free diet is a main concern for me. Another is that I had some muscle testing done and tested positive for a preservative sensitivity, and my son also got muscle tested and came up as sensitive to preservatives. So preservative-free as much as possible is also a large part of my diet. Generally, the way I would label my diet is as a mostly whole plant-based and dairy, gluten, preservative, and added sugar-free. Most of those things go together. I do eat meat. As a family, we eat meat about once every 2 weeks. I prefer to know where my meat is coming from when I eat it though. So something like a deer that my father-in-law caught last season, or a cow that came from a family friend's plot of land. So the main concern, no matter what you're eating, is that you're getting the proper nutrients, obviously. So the main thing that people say, especially when you're talking about not eating meat, is, well, how are you going to get protein? Let me just tell you, you can get plenty of protein from sources other than meat. So I actually want to use a book that I have. This is my mother-in-law's book. So my mother-in-law is a holistic health practitioner. She goes around the world and she does seminars for doctors and for people like you and me, letting them know about health and things that people may not talk about and that doctors may not consider, because most doctors are told to go directly to the medication route. So this is the book that I'm reading out of, Live with Outrageous Energy. My mother-in-law Karen is very, very crazy about her energy, and she has endless amounts of it, it seems. So she has a whole section on protein, and this is how she breaks it down so it's easily understood. So first off, her definition of a protein. A protein is composed of amino acids. A typical protein may contain 500 or more amino acids. And each makeup of a protein is unique. So it can have any combination of any amount of amino acids. Getting to what I want to talk about, how do the amino acids make a protein? So this is from the book. This is easiest to understand if described as follows. The English alphabet contains 26 letters. By combining these letters, you can make numerous words. The periodic table of elements has 118 elements. Combining the elements differently creates different chemicals. Amino acids are just like letters or elements. Your body combines amino acids to make different proteins. And actually, when you take in protein, not just amino acids, but an actual complete protein, your body takes that and it breaks it apart into amino acids before it even uses it. And then it'll put it back together in the form of whatever protein that your body needs. So if you're not directly eating complete animal proteins, it's okay. All you need are the amino acids to make them. And there are 8 essential amino acids for adults. There are an additional, I think it's between 2 and 4 for infants and small children. So what I have done is I've actually made a list of all the essential amino acids for an adult and for infants and children, and put together foods that contain high levels of them. And what I do is at the bottom of my list, I have each one that contains 4 or more of those amino acids, and then I try and take those foods and put them into my diet as often as possible. The way that this helps me is that I can take a really quick glance and say, hey, I haven't eaten a lot of these foods in the food group for amino acid B. So today I'm gonna make sure I take in a lot so that my body can kind of play a little catch up if it needs to, and I can make sure that I'm getting a balance. So that is how proteins work, and plants are an excellent source of amino acids. Every single source that I have on my list is plant-based. If anyone wants any access to that list, by the way, please let me know in a comment. I can post it for you. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is superfoods. Not everyone believes in a quote-unquote superfood. There's no scientific definition for one. The title superfood is usually applied to foods that are very nutrient dense. When I'm talking nutrient dense, I'm talking antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals. And these are all things that are absolutely necessary to our bodies to keep them functioning how they're supposed to be functioning. So there are a ton of superfoods, and depending on what website you're looking at, what book you're looking in, who you're talking to, the list can vary slightly. I have made my own list and looked at other people's lists everywhere. I love research, can you tell? And put together a list of ones that I like to use. The ones I use most commonly: maca root powder, chia seeds, and blueberries. And seaweed is also one that I hope to use, but I haven't been able to find somewhere to buy it. And there are lots of different types of seaweed too. I just need to find the proper market for it in my area. So, working on that one. For me, the superfoods, the amino acids, the proteins, and plants are avoiding processed foods, avoiding chemicals that may be put into things, anything that my body is sensitive to in a negative way. That is what healthy eating means to me. And this, like I said, is completely different for everyone. When my husband and I started wanting to eat this way, we actually had a difficult time because we were in the process of switching with the Army, didn't have very much money, both of us were still in part-time jobs. So what I did is I looked at different sources to learn how to shop this way and how to eat this way. So I have 3 different sources that I used that I'd like to share with you if any of you are interested in looking. The first is also from my mother-in-law, Karen. It's her cookbook, and I have it with me. I love this book. So it's called Living in Rawality. What this means is eating raw foods. So my in-laws are really big on eating raw foods. About 70% of their diet, if not more, is raw, which is crazy. I know it's really good for you and you get more nutrients. I love hot food personally, but I still have about 2 meals a day that are raw usually, including my morning smoothie. With that, her book, it doesn't just have things that are raw. It has things that are cooked. It even has things that have meat, wheat, gluten, all of that. So it's not just for people that want to eat raw. It's not just for people that want to eat vegan or plant-based or any of that. It has several different adaptations for everything, and I absolutely love this book. And all the recipes I've tried are wonderful. So that's one resource that I'm using. Another one, when I started looking at how to shop to eat plant-based, is a website that I actually found out about at the end of a documentary. And the website is called Plant Based on a Budget. If you check it out, it has meal plans that are available for purchase, and these are by week, and I believe they're $5 per week that it gives you. And these meal plans come with a shopping list and different ingredients that you can add, different ways you can change these recipes, and the quantity that's supposed to feed one person for a week feeds both my husband and I for a whole week, so it's great. It helped me to learn how to properly shop, and I'm actually able to buy organic most of the time, which I absolutely love. I love organic foods. I can tell the difference. I can taste the difference. I can see the difference. Have you ever sat an organic banana by a non-organic banana? The difference is crazy. The non-organic will get brown so quickly, looks really nasty within a few days, and the organic lasts forever. Tastes so much better. We freeze them and we put them in our smoothies too, the organic bananas, and apples are another one. You don't taste quite as much crap on the skin of the apple, and so Organic for me, like I said, just a plus. So there's that. The last one I want to talk about, I was actually looking for things to help me with my fertility since I'm still nursing and I don't want to wean in order to increase my fertility. And so I started looking for different ways that I could put new things into my diet that would help with my fertility. And in that, I found a website that's called naturalfertilityinfo.com. And this website has a challenge listed, and it's called the 10-Day Fertility Smoothie Challenge. And I was like, oh, I already eat smoothies, and hey, fertility boost. Okay, let's try this. Completely free. They send you an email a day telling you a smoothie recipe. They also have a book of a bunch of different smoothie recipes for fertility, but just now seeing their information, I didn't want to buy a book, I just wanted to try them out. So I did the 10-day challenge. The recipes are so good. They're so delicious. My favorite right now is the peaches and cream. I could eat that every single day. I could eat it for dessert every day. That's how good it is. And it has some superfoods in it too, including the maca root powder. So the superfoods I already use, plus a wonderful taste, so why not, right? So those are the sources that I use. Please, if you have any questions, if there's any information you'd like me to know, I always love learning too. Any resources that you've used, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys. See you later.